Hi, Judge Andrew Napolitano here, and you are on Freedom Watch with my guest this week, Lawrence Jones, my good buddy, who is campusreform.org's editor-in-chief. All right, Lawrence, here's one for you. Let's say that the House Democrats are looking for a smart, young Republican political analyst to help them appeal to Republican voters so that they, the Democrats, can take back the House, and they hire you. What advice do you give them? I know this is most unusual, but who knows? Stranger things have happened.
I used to be a Democrat, so they would be smart to hire me because they lost me, and they should want to understand why they lost me. You know, the Democrats got to do a couple things. First, they need to stop focusing on partisan politics and start focusing on people like they once did. And you do that by going to the heart of the matter, and it always starts and ends with money. Start focusing on fiscal issues. The Democrats have gone way too far onto the identity politics, and we cover it all the time at campusreform.org, where they're only focused on the motions of the arguments, but they're really not focused on the issues that affect people on a day-to-day basis.
All right, continuing with this irrational and improbable hypothetical that you were kind enough to accept, do they harp on the more prickly and less attractive aspects of the president's personality and of the president's persona? Because he is really, really unpopular with their base, notwithstanding a booming economy, the likes of which you probably don't remember in your lifetime.
Yeah, they follow what I call the bouncing ball, and the president plays them time and time again, because he knows that that's what they follow. It distracts from the accomplishments. You cannot deny the financial aspects of this economy that this president has been able to accomplish with tax reform and cutting deregulation regulations in Washington. And so if the Democrats would just say, okay, you know what, on tax cuts, on achieving things that's going to make life better for the Americans from a financial standpoint, that would be the smart thing to do. But instead, they want to play the bouncing ball because, quite frankly, Judge, they can't debate the financial merits of this president.
All right, they're not going to talk about impeachment. It's too incendiary.
Well,
but
some of them are, Judge.
Okay, I think you would advise them, again in my hypothetical, that is wrong and is not a winning issue.
Bad move.
But is it a winning issue for Democrats to generate enthusiasm of their base, strong dislike for the president as a human being?
Yeah, that's already been litigated in the past election. So that would be a bad idea to try to focus on that again. The American people knew when they got Donald Trump that he had a past, with affairs with women and all that good stuff. They didn't want that. They wanted a bull to go into Washington and tear both parties up. And so as long as the president is hated by both political parties, I would think that he's doing his job and serving the American people because that's what they sent him there to do.
How do the Democrats handle the tugs to the left? I mean, here in New York City is a young woman that none of us had ever heard of before 3 or 4 months ago. And she defeated an incumbent member of Congress who's been in there for 20 or 30 years, who was number 3 in the House of Representatives, Joe Crowley. She's now the toast of the town. But she's a very, very serious socialist who literally wants the government to decide how much money goes into your bank account and into your pocketbook.
Well, as it relates to the Democrats, they have already lost the socialism battle. The argument, they have lost their party to socialism. The only thing we can do now is the right has to defend it off. And I would caution all the people on the right that are laughing at Ocasio-Cortez, because there is a real movement on the left.
Yes.
And I remember when they laughed at a junior senator that went around the country speaking about hope and change, and he ended up being the president of the United States and got elected twice. And I'm not sure that I know a lot of people on the right don't like him, but he's still a pretty popular president. So I would encourage people not to laugh at this movement, but to destroy the movement by saying, look, a guy that grew up poor like me, why do you work so hard for the government now to be able to take that money and they decide where you go with that money? Well, so it's a nonsense.
One last question, and this is you, Lawrence Jones. This is not in my hypothetical. will the Democrats take the House, as every major poll seems to indicate now?
I don't know. It's problematic now. This Kavanaugh stuff may destroy that from them, because if you want to get Republicans to show up to the polls, start attacking the Supreme Court.
Got it. Lawrence Jones, always a pleasure. From New York, defending freedom whenever they let me, Judge Andrew Napolitano. See you next time, America.